And Indonesia, officially the Republic of Indonesia, is a country that is located in Southeast Asia. We are in between of the Indian and Australia, Timor-Leste, and Papua New Guinea as our neighbor. And this one, the city Jakarta, is our capital city of Indonesia. And this is our statistic, our gross domestic product, and many things you can read it. And our main industry is petroleum and natural gas. And also textile, mining, cement, and also telecommunication, food, and tourism. And this one is our main export partner. We have Japan, China, Singapore, United States, India, South Korea, and Malaysia. And our import partners, the biggest one is China. China is a very big country that imports so many things to us. And there are Singapore, Japan, Malaysia, South Korea, Thailand, and United States. Well, and this is it, our internet landscape. Ladies and gentlemen, Indonesia is the number 4 in the world as the biggest population country. We have above 255.4 million people in our country. And from all of the population, 41% in urban area and 49% in rural area. And we are also number 6 in the world, the most internet users in the world. But unfortunately, it's just 35% from our total population. So our internet penetration is only 35%. It's very bad, you know. And a Facebook user, maybe all of you guys, you have a Facebook account, right? So let's become a friend in Facebook. And yeah, we are number 3. We third world rank on the most Facebook users in the world. But unfortunately, it's just 27% from our total population. So Facebook penetration is just 27%. But our active mobile subscription is more than our total population. We have a 112% active mobile subscription. It means that one person in Indonesia maybe have 2 or maybe 3 mobile phones, like that. And yeah, this is our country. We are the world's largest archipelago country because there are so many islands in Indonesia. It's more than 17,500 islands in Indonesia. A big island and also a small island. There are so many islands in Indonesia. And we also have a difficult landscape because we are, Indonesia has so many islands. So there are so many mountains, so many seas in Indonesia. We have a difficult landscape. And this is our ICT infrastructure. Our ICT infrastructure, 86% concentrate in Sumatra, Java, and Bali Island, and only 14% in the eastern of Indonesia. So there are very big differences between western Indonesia and the eastern Indonesia. So that's why it's our challenges for the government to bring ICT infrastructure around Indonesia. And yeah, this is our ICT policy overview. We have Indonesia Connected, Indonesia Informative, Indonesia Broadband, and Indonesia Digital. In Indonesia Connected, we want to bridge digital divide. So we want the telephony access and internet access not only in the city, but also in all of the villages in Indonesia. Because as I said before, 49% of our population is still in rural area. So we have a very big duties to do the digital divide. And Indonesia Informative, we not only give the access anymore, but we want to give a passive infrastructure like fiber optic links to all of our country. And we move to Indonesia Broadband. We want to transformation into information society. So it's not only about access and infrastructure, but also the ecosystem or infrastructure itself. So we want to give a skill. We not only bring infrastructure to the people in Indonesia, but also give the ecosystem how to use that infrastructure wisely. Yeah, something like that. And our dream Indonesia Digital, our biggest dream. We want to build the knowledge-based economy. So the ICT itself not only about society but also economy. How we build economy based on ICT, like China maybe, yeah, like United States maybe. And okay, I will tell you about our ICT development in rural area. Okay, Indonesia, we have a biggest program in our Ministry of Communication and Information Technology. We call it Universal Service Obligation or USO. USO is one of our programs that focus on the ICT infrastructure and access to the rural area. So this USO comes from the law number 36 year 1999. A telecommunication business leaves the monopoly to full competition. So guys, maybe I know that maybe some of you still have monopoly business in telecommunication in your country. But I just want to share to you that a long time ago in Indonesia we have monopoly business, which means that only one company that provides all of the telecommunication services to all of our people. But it made the telecommunication business was very expensive. The services was very expensive. So we as a government move to the full competition. There are so many telecommunication operators that join telecommunication business and compete each other to get more customers. That's why the telecommunication services become cheaper, more cheaper than before. And this USO is the agreement of all telecommunication operators in 2005. And all operators around Indonesia have to contribute 1.25% of their gross revenue for implementing the USO program. So they gave us 1.25% of their gross revenue, and we as a government have a responsibility to process that fund to implementing the USO program to build the ICT infrastructure in rural area. That's our USO program. And okay, maybe it's difficult to see, but this is our cellular density. There are so many cellular operators in our country, and you can see the differences. It's very clearly the Western Indonesia and the East Indonesia has a very different ICT, cellular, and also infrastructure. In Sumatra, Jawa, Bali, and some in Kalimantan, Sumatra, Jawa, Bali, and some in Kalimantan, there are so many cellular operators that provide their services here. But you can see here in Papua, Maluku, and Nusa Tenggara, it's almost no color here. It looks like it's very different between Western Indonesia and Eastern Indonesia. So that's why I'm here to learn more about telecommunication networks so I can provide all of the region in Indonesia with ICT infrastructure. And this is our national project for ICT access. In 2011, we had short term. We call it Desa Dering project. We only have give a telephony access to the villages. But in 2015, we moved to medium term. It's not only telephony access, but also internet access for all of the districts in Indonesia. And in long term, we have dream in 2025. We want information society, so the centralized training center for good use of information access, TV broadband, including digital TV, and all of the economic public services, something like that. Okay. And this is our passive infrastructure in Indonesia, our ICT infrastructure fiber optic rollout. So you can see that there is existing ongoing planning, and existing, the blue one, is concentrate, as usual, concentrate in the western area of Indonesia. And in the eastern area of Indonesia is still ongoing and also planning, and it's very, yeah, it's, the digital divide in Indonesia is very bad because if you know guys, the our gateway in Indonesia from Singapore, from another country, from USA is here in Jakarta and also in Sumatra. So that's why the Western Indonesia developed very fast, and the Western Indonesia, because of our difficult landscape, our difficult geographical, that's why the Eastern Indonesia is very difficult to develop, especially in ICT infrastructure.
Which means because Indonesia has a lot of islands, not only use the territorial optical network, but also use a lot of submarine.
Yeah, we have submarine fiber optic. Because of our, we have so many sea. Yes, you can see from this is Jakarta, this is Java. If you want to go to Papua, this is Papua. It's very like a very long sea.
Where is your hometown?
My hometown is here in Bali Island, the most beautiful island in Indonesia. Okay. In Indonesia, we also have our famous program, Integrated Broadband Villages. Maybe, Indonesia is not a good country, but maybe you can take this as a, we have this, and maybe you can also make this in your country. This IBV is the village that provides internet access and user devices and applications that conform to the characteristics of the local population to empower the rural potential. So I can explain it like this. We have most of our village is a farmer, fisher, and forest area. So they hunter, something like that. And we provide that 3 kinds of villages with internet access, and also we give them the end user devices. These 3 kinds of villages also have different kind of need, right? If you are a farmer, you need something that different with the fisher, right? So we give them the application in that end user devices with different needs. For the farmer, we give them application to know how the market price of the rice or maybe of the vegetable, something like that. And of to the fisher, we give them application to know what is the weather tomorrow, what is the how to distribute my fish goodly. So arrive at another city, it's still fresh, something like that. We give them another application in different villages. And in this year, this is 2015, not this year, not literally this year. These broadband villages will provide access to as many as 50 villages. And now in 2016, we have 100 new villages that we will provide with this IBV, Integrated Broadband Villages. And this is our Indonesia Broadband Plan. So Indonesia Broadband Plan is our biggest plan to provide the broadband around Indonesia. We changed our current model with new model, like the partnership. Currently, we have only public-private partnership only. But in a new model, we want to move public-private partnership, also government to government and business to business. So it's better utilization for the resources. And also you can see that from the R&D Center. Currently, we don't even have the R&D Center, but right now, a new model of Indonesia Broadband Plan, we want to join R&D Center with some university, some of the best university in Indonesia to do research and development about ICT infrastructure. And Indonesia Broadband Plan, it maybe happen very small and very focused at the beginning, but we great eventually. We want to synergy for the better future, and we want to make Indonesia to be Indonesia digital. This is our biggest dream right now, to be Indonesia digital, not only for society, but we also can increase our economic based on ICT. Well, that's all my presentation about Indonesia. I wish you guys has enough information about Indonesia generally and our program in Ministry of Communication and Information Technology especially. And I'm looking forward to you guys to come to Indonesia because there are so many beautiful islands in Indonesia, and I know you will never regret to go to Indonesia. And keep inform me, and I will very welcome to greet you all to Indonesia. Well, that's all my presentation. Thank you so much.